Bio Lontuo, some individuals made away with some of the ballot boxes and later destroyed the contents. At the Montserrado County Tally Center at the Samuel Kayando Sports Complex, the magistrates of Upper and Lower Montserrado ordered the arrest of 5 polling staff for electoral malpractices. Similarly, at the Grand Cape Mount Tally Center in Robertsport, the election magistrate reported that 3 presiding officers were found to have been involved in electoral malpractices at one precinct, Weah Public School with code 12035. Investigation in these matters is ongoing, and findings will be disclosed to the public as soon as they are made available to us. Ladies and gentlemen, as the NEC approaches the conclusion of the announcement of progressive results for the 10th October 2023 presidential and legislative elections, the Commission assures Liberians and all stakeholders that all ballots placed in ballot boxes during voting, which were counted at polling places on the day of voting, tallied at the magisterial tally centers across the country, and transmitted to the NEC Data Center, and also collated for the presidential, senatorial, and representative elections, will definitely be announced. The Commission commits to the integrity of processing and announcing the votes of the Liberian people now and to the very end, when the Commission shall announce the final results of winners in the presidential and legislative elections in the coming days. The following are the tally results for the magisterial offices across the country to date. Presidential tally report consolidated. Bomi County, 170 polling places of a total of 171 polling places, constituting 99.42%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 25,258, constituting 52.69%. Weah George Mane, CDC, votes obtained 18,152, constituting 37.86%. Alperton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,900. I'll read that again. Alperton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,009, constituting 2.10%. Those were the presidential results for Bomi County. And now for Bong County, 553 polling places of a total of 555 polling places, constituting 99.64%. Weah George Mane, CDC, 76,776, constituting 43.87%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 67,124, constituting 38.35%. Alperton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 5,278, constituting 3.02%. Those were the presidential results from Bong County. And now the presidential results from Grand Bassa. 405 polling places of a total of 405 polling places, constituting 100%. Weah George Mane, CDC, votes obtained 46,651, constituting 44.31%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 36,214, constituting 34.40%. Alperton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 5,267, constituting 5.00%. Those were the presidential votes or results from Grand Bassa County. And now for Grand Cape Mount County. 192 polling places of a total of 213 polling places, constituting 90.14%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 23,806, constituting 43.08%. Weah George Bane CDC, votes obtained 22,908, constituting 41.46%. Alpeton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,472, constituting 2.66%. Those were the presidential votes results from Grand Cape Mount County. We go on to Grand Jide. 161 polling places of a total of 163 polling places, constituting 98.77%. Weah George Mane CDC, votes obtained 34,419, constituting 78.16%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 4,638, constituting 10.53%. Alpeton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,180, constituting 2.68%. Those were the presidential results from Grand Jide County. And now for Grand Cru County. 109 polling places of a total of 110 polling places, constituting 99.09%. Weah George Mane CDC, votes obtained 24,222, constituting 79.55%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 2,556, constituting 8.39%. Alpeton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,134, constituting 3.72%. Those were the results for the presidency from Grand Cru County. And now from Margibi, 397 polling places of a total of 441 polling places, constituting 90.02%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 57,178, constituting 47.38%. Weah George Mane CDC, votes obtained 49,874, constituting 41.33%. Alpeton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 2,838, constituting 2.35%. Those were the presidential results from Margibi County. And now from Maryland County. 167 polling places of a total of 175 polling places, constituting 95.43%. Weah George Bane CDC, votes obtained 34,990, constituting 73.03%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 5,420, constituting 11.31%. Alpeton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,722, constituting 3.59%. Those were the presidential results from Maryland County. Montserrado County, 1,999 polling places of a total of 2,800. Let me read that again. 1,999 polling places of a total of 2,008 polling places, constituting 99.55%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 320,727, constituting 46.48%. Weah George Mane CDC, 318,053, constituting 46.09%. Kamara Senior Lucini F. Alcup, votes obtained 17,015, constituting 2.45%. Those were the results, presidency from Montserrado County. Nemba County, 733 polling places of a total of 736 polling places, constituting 99.59%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 137,433, constituting 59.53%. Weah George Mane CDC, votes obtained 50,269, constituting 21.77%. Gonglo Tiawanse LPP, votes obtained 16,856, constituting 7.30%. Those were the results of the presidency from Nemba County. And now for Sino County. 151 polling places of a total of 152 polling places, constituting 99.34%. Weah George Mane CDC, 29,621, constituting 78.10%. Boakai Joseph N. of UP, votes obtained 4,467, constituting 11.78%. Alperton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,110, constituting 2.93%. Those were the presidential results from Sino County. Now for River G, 96 polling places of a total of 98 polling places, constituting 97.96%. Weah George Mane of CDC, votes obtained 19,130, constituting 70.27%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 4,417, constituting 16.22%. Alperton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 1,038, constituting 3.81%. Those were the presidential results from the counties. I will now read you the National Presidential Progressive Tally Report. 5,996 polling places of a total of 5,890 polling places, constituting 98.40%. Candidate: Alperton Junior Edward W. GDM, votes obtained 39,712, constituting 2.20%. Boakai Joseph N. UP, votes obtained 786,205, constituting 43.49%. Brown Junior Allen R. LRP, votes obtained 15,408, constituting 0.85%. Cummings Alexander B. CPP, votes obtained 29,148, constituting 1.61%. Freeman Simeon CM MPC, votes obtained 13,020, constituting 0.72%. Gonglo Tiawanse LPP, votes obtained 26,057, constituting 1.44%. Kamara Senior Lucini F. Alcup, votes obtained 35,529, constituting 1.97%. Kiamu David GB DPPL, Votes obtained, 5,006, constituting 0.28%. Collie Alexander N., RNC, votes obtained, 4,296, constituting 0.24%. Kuyate Sheikh A., LFM, votes obtained, 5,020, constituting 0.28%. Kroma Bendu Alema, Independent, votes obtained, 5,850, constituting 0.32%. Miller Richard Say, LFP, votes obtained, 2,840, constituting 0.16%. Maniba Clarence K. Lino, votes obtained, 5,119, constituting 0.28%. Morris Robert Friends, Independent, votes obtained, 3,282, constituting 0.18%. Nyanti Sarah Beslow, all, votes obtained, 3,583, constituting 0.20%. Tweeder William Weah, DNA, votes obtained, 10,987, constituting 0.61%. Turner Joshua Tom, NLP, votes obtained, 9,658, constituting 0.53%. Weah George Mane, CDC, votes obtained, 791,066. Let me do that again. Weah George Mane, CDC, votes obtained, 791,661, constituting 43.79%. Wapo Jeremiah Z, votes obtained, 9,002, constituting 0.50%. And Yofi Luther N. Rebuilders, votes obtained, 6,383, constituting 0.35%. Total valid votes, 1,807,766, constituting 100%. Total invalid votes, 112,875. Total votes, 1,920,641. That ends the National Presidential Progressive Tally Report, consolidated. Thank you. I now invite my colleague to read the Senate and the representative results.
Progressive Tally Report, Senate. County, Grand Kipma County. 192 polling place of the total of 213 polling places, constituting 90.14%. Fampla Deba M, UP, vote obtained 10,620. Percent 19.18%. Sony Mambu M, CDC 8,869, constituting 16.02%. Waxing Victor Fanny, Independent, vote obtained 8,695, constituting 15.71%. That's the Senate. Grand Kipma County. Grand Kipma County Electoral District 1, House of Representatives. 62 polling places of the total of 69 polling places, constituting 89.86%. Masale, Bendu, CDC, 5,698, constituting 33.29%. Sharif, MOBA, EN, LTP, vote obtained 3,836, constituting 22.41%. Sharif Bob Ish, UP, 2,737, percentage 15.99%. That's in district number 1, Grand Cape Mar County. District number 2, Grand Cape Mar County. 68 polling places of a total of 68 polling places, 100%. That's Donso Mohammed Independent, 3,972, constituting 18.86%. Fufana Kula Bono N, UP, 1,693, constituting 8.04%. Fabu K. Rich, CPP, vote obtained 1,648, constituting 7.86. District number 2, Grand Cape Mar County. District number 3, 62 polling places of a total of 76 polling places, constituting 81.58%. FICA, BC, Sony, Volt, VOLT, vote obtained 4,132, constituting 23.82%. Samula, Momo, E, Aiko, vote obtained 2,785, constituting 16.05%. Famule, Morris, MM, UP, vote obtained 2,040, constituting 11.76%. Madam Chair, you finished now. Grand Cape Mar County is completed for now.
You co-chair. Now invite Commissioner Boakai Duclay to read Senate and Representative results.
Progressive tally report consolidated. The Senate, County Sino, 151 polling places out of a total of 152, constituting 99.34%. Duncan Creighton O, CDC, votes obtained 20,457, constituting 52.72%. Tiaje J. Milton, Independent, votes obtained 11,164, constituting 28.77%. Zaza Matthew G., Independent, votes obtained 7,184, constituting 18.51. That's for the Senate, Sino County. We go to Sino County Electoral District, District 2. 49 polling places out of a total of 49, constituting 100%. Weah, Samson, Kwiju, constituting 4,309 votes. 4,309 votes, constituting 35.85%. Nangbe Otello Do, EFFL, votes obtained 2,432, constituting 20.23%. Kofa Jones Isaac, PUP, votes obtained 1,956, constituting 16.27%. That's District 2, Sino County. We go to District 3, Sino County. 50 polling places out of a total of 51, constituting 98.04%. Noah Alex S., CDC, votes obtained 3,168, constituting 27.03%. Tuo Jr., Joseph G., CPP, votes obtained 2,553, constituting 21.78%. Tale Sylvia A., Independent, votes obtained 1,984, constituting 16.93%. That's it for Sino County.
Thank you, Commissioner Dugle. I will now invite Commissioner Basi Kwangmai.
To continue the reading of Senate and Representative results.
$161 polling places of the total of 163 polling places, 98.77% Progressive Tally Report Consolidated Senate Grand Jita County. Nameland Thomas Yaya, LRP, 17,910. 17910, 41.02%. Dennis A. Marshall, CDC, vote obtained 11,847, 11847, 27.13%. Grand Alex Chelsea, UP, vote obtained 7,939, 7939, 18.18%. That ends the Senate Progressive Tally Report. We move on to District 2, Grand Jita County. 53 polling places of the total of 54 polling places, 98.15%. Johnson Mary G. LRP, vote obtained 4,218, 4218, 32.16%. Duet Wade M CDC, vote obtained 3,589, 3589, 27.36%. Tally Alfred W. RA, vote obtained 2,161, 2161, 16.47%. That ends Grand Julia County. Progressive Tally Report, Consolidated Senate. County is Grand Crew. 108 polling places of the total of 110 polling places, 98.18%. Chie Abo Tupe, CDC, vote obtained 25,261, 25261, 82.26%. Do Vincento CPP, vote obtained 5,448, 5448, 17.74%. That ends Grand Crew County. We move on to electoral district number 1, Grand Crew County. 52 polling places of the total of 53 polling places, 98.11%. Bawe, Senior Natania N, CPP, vote obtained 3,038, 3038, 20.25%. Bo Alfred Sako, Independent, vote obtained 2,655, 2655, 17.70%. Wilson Farkas TLP, vote obtained 2,309, 2309, 15.39%. We move on to electoral district number. That ends Grand Crew County. We move on to Maryland County. 166 polling places of the total of 175 polling places, 94.86%. Progressive Tally Report, Consolidated Senate, Maryland County. Brown J. Blebo, CDC, vote obtained 12,462, 12462, 25.80%. Topo Wallow E. Lanu, vote obtained 11,250, 11250, 23.29%. Namwe J. Tier Independent, vote obtained 8,745, 8745, 18.10%. That ends the Senate. We move on to electoral district number 1, Maryland County. 51 polling places of the total of 52 polling places, 98.08%. Jury P. Mark, CDC, vote obtained 5,519, 5519, 35.26%. Wallace William W. Independent candidate, vote obtained 5,128, 5128, 32.76%. Howard Erling Blessing, PUP, vote obtained 2,105, 2105, 13.45%. That ends electoral district number 1. We move to electoral district number 2. Maryland County, 55 polling places of the total of 57 polling places, 96.49%. Williams Anthony F. CPP, vote obtained 8,017, 8017, 45.33%. Chimos Buffer CDC, vote obtained 7,919, 7919, 44.77%. Hoto Tumel YALP, vote obtained 337, 337, 1.91%. We move to electoral district number 3, Maryland County, 62 polling places of the total of 66 polling places, 93.94%. Taylor Austin Blady Independent, vote obtained 4,130, 4130, 26.93%. Roland Ase Balu CDC, vote obtained 3,961, 3961, 25.83%. Smith Malcolm Puchu PUP, vote obtained 1,777, 1777, 11.59%. That ends the progressive tally report for my oversight county, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Kwangbai. We now invite Commissioner Josephine Gay to continue with the Senate and representative results.
Thanks, Madam Chair. Progressive tally report consolidated Senate, Grand Bassa County, 404 polling places of total 405 polling places. Percentage 99.75%. Finlay Bezonga M Independent, votes obtained 55,624. Percentage 52.24%. Bagbe Janje CDC, votes obtained 25,384. Percentage 23.84%. Harris Magdalene G Independent, votes obtained 12,396. Percent 11.64%. That was for Grand Bassa County Senate. We move to Electoral District 2, Grand Bassa County. 83 polling places of total 84 polling places. Percentage 98.81%. Banks J. Clarence T. Independent, votes obtained 5,361. Percent 28.12. Cowell Mary M. CDC, votes obtained 4,777. Percent 25.06. Dancehall Thompson B. Nanu, votes obtained 1,594. Percent 8.36%. We move to Electoral District 4, Grand Bassa County. 77 polling places of total 77 polling places. Percent 100%. Flomo Afra H. UP, votes obtained 9,846. Percent 46.52. Wele the second Vincent S.T. Independent, votes obtained 9,549. Percent 45.11. Peters Convrangal S. NDC, votes obtained 739. Percent 3.49. We go to Electoral District 5, Grand Bassa County. 77 polling places of total 78 polling places, percent 98.72%. Koshua the second Thomas A, CPP, votes obtained 4,292, percent 22.63. Dennis C. Joa S, UP, votes obtained 4,242, percent 22.37. Binding Ben DS, CDC, votes obtained 3,745, percent 19.75. That concludes Grand Bassa County Consolidated Report. Move on to Mount Gilead County. For the House of Senate, 397 polling places of the total of 441 polling places, percent 90.02. Miguel Nathaniel F, CDC, votes obtained 46,692, percent 39.20%. Yakpawulo J. Yapuya, PUP, votes obtained 22,171, percent 18.61. Zeze Bala G, UP, votes obtained 21,754, percent 18.26. That was for Senate. We go now to Electoral District 1, Mount Gilead County. 111 polling places of the total 140 polling places, percent 79.29. Corporal Roland OP, Independent, votes obtained 5,406, percent 16.32. Donald Maria Ava, CDC, votes obtained 4,547, percent 13.73. Boli Sa Arrow, Independent, votes obtained 4,468, percent 13.49. We go to Electoral District 2, Mount Gilead County. 82 polling places of the total of 82 polling places, 100%. Jones Ava Kokolu, CDC, votes obtained 11,545, percent 46.39. Oribel Christopher S, PUP, votes obtained 6,436, percent 25.86. Spear H. Marcus, CPP, votes obtained 3,375, percent 13.56. We move to Electoral District 3, Mount Gilead County. 65 polling places of total 73 polling places, percent 89.04. Anto Weah Allen A, Independent, votes obtained 9,928, percent 50.78. Bakole Dorothy Q, Independent, votes obtained 3,481, percent 17.81. Smith Jr. John Solonte, UP, votes obtained 3,472, percent 17.76. We go to Electoral District 4, Mount Gilead County. 64 polling places of the total 71 polling places, 90.14%. Sapiatu J. Jimmy, UP, votes obtained 3,821, percent 20.44. Weah, Emmanuel, CDC, votes obtained 3,787, percent 20.26. Cooper Francis F, PUP, votes obtained 3,556, percent 19.02. We go to Electoral District 5, Mount Gilead County. 75 polling places. Of total 75 polling places, 100%. Gaia Clarence G, CDC, votes obtained 4,058, percent 18.42. Cooper Jonathan Sai, ALP, votes obtained 3,437, percent 15.60. Besa Alice T, Independent, votes obtained 3,263, percent 14.81%. Madam Chair, that ends the reading for the two counties.
Thank you, Commissioner Gay. I'll now invite Commissioner Sayer to continue the reading of Senate and representative results.
Senate results, Moserado County. 1,998 polling places out of 2,008 polling places, constituting 99.50%. Sir Harry Joseph, CDC, votes obtained 373,628, constituting 56.47%. Weah JMP, UP, votes obtained 151,120, constituting 22.84%. Victoria Tyler Kwekwe, CPP, votes obtained 50,053, constituting 7.56%. Moserado County Electoral District 1. 134 polling places out of 134 polling places, constituting 100%. Yatta Riget Barry, CPP, votes obtained 5,358, constituting 13.35%. Ruth L. James, CDC, votes obtained 3,715, constituting 9.26%. Morris S. Babe, PUP, votes obtained 2,899, constituting 7.23%. Electoral District 2, Moserado County. 128 polling places out of 128 polling places, constituting 100%. Seku Sarefinde Kane, UP, votes obtained 9,965, constituting 22.36%. Nimland Doyen J, Independent, votes obtained 9,432, constituting 21.17%. Massa A. Sharif, NDP, votes obtained 7,502, constituting 16.83%. Moserado County Electoral District 3. 106 polling places out of 106 polling places, constituting 100%. Sumo Koli Moba, ALP, votes obtained 8,979, constituting 23.89%. Patrick Komoya, Independent, votes obtained 6,997, constituting 18.61%. Sibel Bashel, CD, UP, votes obtained 5,987, constituting 15.93%. Electoral District 4, Moserado County. 161 polling places out of 163 polling places reporting, constituting 98.77%. Michael M. Thomas, Independent, votes obtained 14,408, constituting 26.33%. Swakoko Ara Dennis, Independent, votes obtained 9,746, constituting 17.81%. Momo B. Kamara, CDC, votes obtained 7,177, constituting 13.11%. Electoral District 5, Moserado County. 98 polling places out of 98 polling places reporting, constituting 100%. Priscilla A. Cooper, UP, votes obtained 8,408, constituting 24.95%. Eric V. CDC, votes obtained 5,277, constituting 15.66%. Kwesi Johnson Senior S, Independent, votes obtained 4,880, constituting 14.48%. Electoral District 6, Moserado County. 127 polling places out of 128 polling places constituting 99.22%. Samuel R. Enders, Independent, votes obtained 18,093, constituting 38.62%. Harris Johnson, UP, votes obtained 4,870, constituting 10.40%. Woki K. Dolo, Independent, votes obtained 4,746, constituting 10.13%. Electoral District 9, Moserado County. I'll skip 8 and 7 because the reports are the same. 101 polling places out of 102 polling places reported. Is there a problem? I said I skipped Electoral District 7 because the vote from yesterday are the same for today. And I skipped 8 because the vote from yesterday are the same for today. Are we together? Okay. I can still come back to read it, right? But they are the same. I'm not going to continue. Electoral District 9, Moserado County. 101 polling places out of 102 polling places reporting, constituting 99.2%. Frank Sarfoko Jr., CDC, 12,421. Percentage, 26.28%. Fubi F.A. Herrens, CPP, votes obtained 11,585, constituting 33.84%. Miller B. Kanakai, UP, votes obtained 4,438, constituting 12.96%. Electoral District 10, Moserado County. 129 polling places out of 129 polling places reporting, constituting 100%. Yeke, Weah, Kaluba, Independent, votes obtained, 23,394, constituting 51.65%. Josephine Debbie A. Davis, CDC, votes obtained, 13,709, constituting 30.27%. Yeke Sequini, Independent, votes obtained, 2,427, constituting 5.36%. Electoral District 12, Moserado County. 119 polling places out of 119 polling places reporting, constituting 100%. Jerry K. Yogbo, Independent, votes obtained 6,280, constituting 15.56%. Prince D. Crampley, CDC, votes obtained 5,259, constituting 13.03%. Maswen Sa Foko, Independent, votes obtained 3,658, constituting 9.06%. Electoral District 13, Moserado County. 110 polling places out of 111 polling places, constituting 99.10%. Edward P. Flombo, Jr., CDC, votes obtained 14,397, constituting 39.61%. Cornelia Kra Toba, UP, votes obtained 9,097, constituting 25.03%. Solomon Chope, Independent, votes obtained 2,005, constituting 5.52%. Electoral District 15, Moserado County. 95 polling places out of 96 polling places reporting, constituting 98.96%. Abu B. Kamara, CDC, votes obtained 17,692, percentage 56.18%. Amos Ben Tue, UP, votes obtained 7,441, constituting 23.63%. Nathaniel P. Stevens, PUP, votes obtained 1,778, constituting 5.65%. Electoral District 17, Moserado County. Bernard Blue Benson, CDC, votes obtained 12,000. Come again. Moserado County, Electoral District 17. 170 polling places out of 171 polling places, constituting 99.42%. Bernard Blue Benson, CDC, 12,656 votes obtained, constituting 23.51%. Abraham C. Sisse, CPP, votes obtained 5,640, constituting 10.48%. Jennifer L. Passaway, UP, votes obtained 5,064, constituting 9.41%. Chair, those are the reports.
Thank you, Commissioner Sayer. We now ask Commissioner Awa to read Senate and Representative results.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening. I will be proffering to you Senate and Representatives report from the following counties, Bong and Nima counties, from the following electoral district. For Bong County, we'll be reporting on electoral district 3 and 4 for representatives and the Senate. And then for Nima County, we'll report on the Senate and electoral district 4 and 9. I commence with Bong County. Progressive tally report consolidated for the Senate Tuesday, October 17, 2023. Bong County, 553 polling places of the total of 555 polling places, constituting 99.64%. Weah Johnny K, independent. Votes obtained, 77,730, representing the total valid votes of 44.08%. Kafa Edward W, PUP, votes obtained, 55,865, representing the total valid votes of 31.68%. Nazar Mohammed A, ALP, votes obtained, 10,338, representing the total valid votes of 5.86%. This constitutes returns for the Senate, Bong County. We proceed with Electoral District 3, Bong County. 92 polling places of the total of 93 polling places, constituting 98.92%. Core Joshua Marvin, CDC, votes obtained, 19,297, constituting the valid votes of 61.83%. Zawolo Orlando, KUP, votes obtained, 8,103, constituting the valid votes of 25.96%. Wheeler P. Wuhuli, T, RNC, votes obtained, 727, representing the valid votes of 2.33%. We proceed with Bong County Electoral District 4, which concludes the reading for Bong County. Wamba Robert Flomo, UP, 4,923, constituting a valid votes of 20.79%. Tokba Jonah Nuli, CPP, votes obtained, 4,653, constituting the valid votes of 19.65%. Kamu Queenie, independent, votes obtained, 4,076, constituting the valid votes of 17.21%. And that concludes the reading for Bong County. We proceed now with Nima County. The Senate and Electoral District, as I told you, 4 and 9. Nima County, 731 polling places of the total of 736 polling places, constituting the amount of 99.32%. Yomi Prince Johnson, MDR, votes obtained, 127,374, constituting the valid votes of 54.85%. Tawan Junior Nya, Independent. Votes obtained, 56,295, constituting the valid votes of 24.24%. Dual Roland G, CDC, votes obtained, 19,933, constituting the valid votes of 8.58%. That concludes the Senate for Nema County. We proceed with Electoral District 2, Nema County. 93 polling places of the total of 94 polling places, constituting 98.94%. Flomo Nyangasi, CPP, votes obtained, 7,107, constituting a valid votes of 24.44%. Wakiyo Charles Teach, MDR, votes obtained, 5,506, constituting the valid votes of 18.94%. Zangbang Benjamin S. Linu, votes obtained, 5,033, constituting the valid votes of 17.31%. That concludes Electoral District 2, Nema County. We proceed with Electoral District 4, Nema County. 82 polling places of the total of 84 polling places, constituting 97.62%. Kagon Gompu L, CDC, votes obtained, 7,585, constituting the valid votes of 28.93%. Mensa S. Ernest M. MDR, votes obtained, 7,325, constituting the valid votes of 27.94%. Kwanu Orlando M. NDC, votes obtained, 2,036, constituting the valid votes of 7.77%. We proceed with District Number 9, Nema County. 74 polling places of the total of 75 polling places, constituting 98.67%. Wongwe Ta, Independent, votes obtained, 6,509, constituting the valid votes of 29.92%. Gwakolo Johnson N, CDC, votes obtained, 4,190, constituting the valid votes of 19.26%. Dekba Gongwea O, MDR, votes obtained, 3,051, constituting the valid votes of 14.03%. This concludes the reports for Bong and Nema County, respectively. I submit, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Awa, for that reading. Let me say to us that as of tomorrow, only updated reports from the Presidency, the Senate, and the representative elections will be read. In other words, what we have read before, once the votes have not changed and they have reached 100%, we will not read them again. And of course, you can go on the portal results.necliberia.org to further read these reports. Let me also make a correction. My colleague just drew my attention to the reading of the National Presidential Progressive Tally Reports, wherein the numbers for the polling places were not correct. So I will read that now. The National Presidential Progressive Tally Report consolidated from 5,796 polling places of a total of 5,890 polling places, constituting 98.40%. Corrected. You will recall that one of you journalists drew our attention to District Number 7 regarding I think the issue about the percentages read at the top for the polling places that reported at that time, wherein we reported 100% completed, and then the next day we reported 99%. The data center checked this out and provides this information. Please listen carefully. Electoral District 7 results. After reporting 100% on Sunday, party agents and observers flagged an issue with the results for code 30372 at Charles W. Bromskin School, polling place 04. The data center says the elections magistrate requested a recount of the votes on Monday, and the records were tallied and updated, file sent to the NEC data center. All the observers are aware of this as they signed onto the updated results. However, the NEC results management system demands that a justification be provided and signed off by the elections magistrate before the updated records can be processed. The magistrate has been asked to appear with his justification of the process he conducted in order to conclude and to announce 100% for Electoral District 7 in Montserrat County. We'll now take your questions. Today, we take 8 questions.
One, two. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much, Madam Commissioner. I'm Nelson Collet, and I report for the Spoon Network. Thank you, first of all, for providing the correction for the number of polling places just a couple of seconds ago. But my first concern comes from right there. Considering the fact that you are not reading these results offhand, you are reading from a prepared text. Is there any justification for that particular number, considering that you are reading from a prepared text? Do you have something else on the paper and you say something different? Where did the correction come from? That's one.
So I will answer that question now. I'm a human being, and you can miss numbers when you are reading. This is why it was important to draw my attention to it, to make the correction, which I've just done.
Thank you. The next concern has to do with the number of invalid votes. We have 112,875 invalid votes as reported by you. Considering the fact that as part of your calendar, the National Elections Commission, there's a portion wherein you were to carry on the voter awareness, and all of that. Considering the number of invalid votes, over 100,000, is it fair to say that the National Elections Commission failed to adequately sensitize our people when it comes to marking the ballot?
I will answer you by saying the commission did not fail to raise awareness. Many things are obtaining with respect to Liberians being able to mark the ballot correctly. You will recall that during the biometric voter registration and during the campaign, oftentimes we have Liberians punching holes in the eyes and ears of candidates they do not favor. They have even brought down posters and what have you. Perhaps this was also transferred to the ballot. Aggression, attitudes, and what have you are usually transferred to the ballots. Instead of marking the person that you are for, you mark the person that you hate, the person that you don't want to win. This probably also obtained during this period. Secondly, it is important to note that CVE is not just with the Elections Commission for a brief period of about 3 months. This should be an ongoing exercise. Moreover, it should be integrated in the national curriculum so that schools begin to teach through the National Elections Commission, providing support, how to mark the ballot. This is a long-term process, and just 3 months perhaps is insufficient to get the kind of results that we all want.
Just a follow-up to that. What do you intend to do differently to
Please
reduce
hold on,
that
my
number?
colleague wanted to add something.
In the case of a second round,
Sorry,
what
my
do you
colleague
intend to
wants
do?
to add something. Can you please
So
hold on?
let me say to you, the invalid vote is not only unique to one election, it's unique to all the elections. So at the level of the presidency, when the invalid vote, the senatorial election and the representative election, these are accumulated figures that you see. Sometimes people go to the polling place and just decide to say, I'm not going to vote for any other person besides the president. And when they leave it becomes invalid. Sometimes people go to, they say, I want to get interest in the representative election and don't vote for the president and the senator. So that invalid vote is across the entire 3 elections that we have conducted. Again, as the chair said, election is everyone's business. If you are interested in the electoral process and you are taking part in the electoral process, it's incumbent upon you to go and educate your people on how to vote. Even though we have done massive civic education. In fact, this is the first time in the Electoral Commission that we have civic education taking place in the 73 electoral districts across the country. So civic education from the Election Commission was done well. But again, we can be there, we can be here, and when people get to the booth, because the vote is your secret, when you get to the booth, some of our educated people can go and write their name and say, I'm writing my name on a ballot paper. And they do that mostly in the urban area. So yes, we will do our best to conduct civic education, but that particular aspect is always on Liberian to ensure that when you go vote, if your vote is invalid, it's just that you are somebody who just didn't go there and vote. So that onus is on all of us, so that next time, and even in Ghana, as we speak, there was a time in Ghana where they have more than 10 million invalid votes. The last election Ghana had. So invalid vote depends on how you want to mark your ballot when you get to that place, because in the booth, it's a secret for you and your conscience.
Let me also say that we assure you, as we've done in the past, we will conduct a survey to know how people mark their ballot during these elections, and whatever analysis that comes out of that process, you will get to know.
To ensure that we have the requisite civic and voter education in collaboration with UNDP supporting the CVE process, like my colleague said. We have the civil society also present, because you have those community-based organizations who collaborated with the NEC, and then they were impacting the CVE cells. So we did everything diligently to ensure that we reached to the voters at every level. We included the gender, we included women, we included people with disability to ensure that the populace get the message. So as we say, this is everybody's business. We will continue pre and post elections until we get to the optimum level.
Thank you. Next question.
Okay, thank you, Madam Commissioner. My name is Ayes Ndiba, and I report for KMTV. With 5,796 out of 5,890 polling places, constituting 98.40, we are left with 94 polling places. Is it fair to say from the Commissioner, taking into consideration everything constant, that this election is not possible to be won on the first round, and not to waste the Liberian people time to go for a runoff? 2, there is this concern have you received any information or concern from the Unity Party contesting 10% of the total number of percentages you announced in a dispute? It's been alleged that the Unity Party is contesting 10% of the total number of percentages you have announced.
This is not before us now, but I assure you we will ask the legal section to see whether that information has reached them, when we will report tomorrow. On the issue about first round, the Elections Commission conducts election. It is the Liberian people who decide whether a candidate wins first round or wins second round. Where we are now, we wait for the final results. When those results come about, you standing here will determine who got the first round or second round, because we'll provide the votes of who will be the winner in the presidential as well as senatorial and representative elections.
Thank you very much. My name is Evelyn Sikwi. I report for DW and AFP. Based on your earlier statement about the alleged manipulation of data at the sports complex, can you kind of tell us, based on your investigation, the next investigation, what have you found in terms of in whose favor were the data manipulated, or in whose candidate's favor, based on your investigation?
We have not found anything, because we just told you that the investigation is ongoing, and when the findings come about, we'll have you informed.
Okay. My name is Dennis Nipson. I report for ABC Radio and correspondent VOA. Today, based on your announcement from the presidential tallying from the counties, I realized that Bomi, Bon, River G, Maryland, Grand Crew were called, the same numbers that were called yesterday. You called them today for these counties that were mentioned. Is there any reason why you are repeating the numbers that were called on yesterday? And also, with the way the reports are coming, there's a possibility of a runoff. And the election workers, NEC workers, presiding officer to the queue operators, they have complained that they have not received contract sheet or papers, or they have not received any payment. What is the NEC doing about that as we go towards the runoff?
We will check that information, because we did sign contracts. We did deploy those contracts to the temporary staff. So those who probably may have told you that they have not received their contracts, we need to work with the administration to see how, what has happened there, and to speed up sending those contracts to the temporary staff. With respect to announcing results that we announced before, that was your question, right? Okay, those were the results, but it helps the flow of the reading in terms of the categories that we have been presenting. So that should not be the problem. If we receive results, we add them, we update them. If we have not received results, we don't add them. You understand it? What we read are the results that have been presented to you. Yes, go ahead, please. Is that the last question? Because I'm checking 6.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Oscar Morba. I am the Executive Director for Journalists Initiative for Peaceful Elections in Liberia, JPL, and the CEO for LIB First Television. I want to thank the Board of Commissioners for the level of work you've done over the time. Nevertheless, since the commencement of the announcement of provisional results, we've observed a number of lapses ranging from your admittance to error in percentages, earlier announced to reports of NEC staff being arrested for ballot stuffing. I'd like to know from the anchor of the Commission, how will you describe the Commission's attitude or approach towards these elections that many Liberians term as crucial to the peace and tranquility of Liberia? Thank you.
Sorry, did I hear you say something about next attitude?
I want you to kindly describe the Commission's attitude or approach towards these elections that many Liberians and our international partners see these elections as crucial.
Oh, yes. The elections are crucial elections, and you have really said it right. And we hope that everybody else believes that. But I will say to you that the transparency of the process is cardinal. And this is why we have been doing. When we make mistakes, we come back to you and tell you that we have made a mistake and we correct that mistake or those mistakes. Uploaded to on the portal, results.necliberia.org, they are corrected there. And we even reference you to go and check. That's the best we can do. If there are things happening within the magisterial offices, we brought them to you. We told the Liberian people. We are not concealing any information. We're not holding back on anything. Even if it looks like it appears to be against the commission, we have told you. And we will continue to do that. That is the transparency I'm sure you and other Liberians and the international and regional communities are looking for. Make mistake, correct them. Inform everybody that you have made a mistake and you have corrected it. So all of us can move on.
Thank you. My name is Shaman Dabo. I work for the United Methodist Radio. My concern has to do with security. We have been here almost 1 week. We've been here. I want to know from you, more especially the commissioner here, how safe is your family, including you, when it comes to security? Even though our attention is on election result, but there have been a couple of threatening statements by individuals. How prepared are you? The Liberian government, are they provide security for you and your family? So I just want you to address that.
Thank you for your question. The Board of Commissioners says that it is safe.
My name is Gerald Koyene. I write for Front Page Africa. Madam Chair, the other time you admitted that your data analyst and the officer was subjected to investigation from the complaints of the CDC. What is the latest on the investigation? And secondly, when the process started, you were very fast in announcing more results, especially the polling places. But since Sunday, as those polling places decrease, District 8, which is an urban area and other areas in Monserrado, they have not completed. What is the problem?
What is obtaining is that as we receive the results from the tally process, we announce them. Also, to your query on the investigation with the complaints from the CDC against one of our staff, we tell you that we wrote them acknowledging their complaint and invited them to a conference by way of a written communication, also on their mobile conversation with the political affairs section. To date, we are informed by the political affairs section that they said they will write us back. So we are waiting for that letter. Until then, the commission continues to do its work. Thank you very much for coming. We'll see you tomorrow. Kamara Senior.
Members of the press for coming. Tomorrow again we'll be here. Thank you very much for coming. I'd like to say thanks also to our partners and elections observers that are here today. Thank you very much.